when you are part of such an exciting ensemble cast, which is the case with lot of good shows these days, what draws you? What is the thrill for you?
I think the good actors and the good script and the good makers. So I think we managed to get all of them together under one roof in this show.
That was a big plus for all of us to say yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a different way to look at Spies' life and spies per se. Because all this while, since our growing up years, I think I know the first spy in my life was James Bond. Gadgets and swag and charm and the dapper looks, those crisp suits, and
Martini.
moving all over the world, most scenic places. There are chase sequences happening, all those things that we've seen. Whereas the real spy works differently, absolutely differently. And they can't afford to have any kind of attention. Nobody knows what the real spy looks like. And that's so that actually tells us that they look like one of us. They can easily blend themselves in the crowd. So that's a very extremely unique point of the script and the way the writer-director envisaged. So that got all of us to say yes.
I'm adding to Pratik's point. I feel I don't know how many of the people would actually know how they live. So first of all, I want to give credit to the writers, Gaurav and the entire team, the way they have envisaged the kind of plot they have written, and along with the nitty-gritties and dilemmas of their personal life in between, they are torn between their personal lives and serving the nation. And the script, the way they have written, it's so beautiful, and the vision was so amazing that it was an offer not to refuse kind of a thing. And it is very, very special because they've dealt with, the emotional angle that how they have to deal in their lives on day-to-day basis. How much information they can share, how much information they cannot share. Actually, how can they hide the information from others, and keeping the information so intact, so secret, that they want to keep themselves also very, away from it, and at the same time act bravely for their country, because their one decision can make or break lives of crores of people. So that was very, very intriguing.
You want to add anything?
I said,
Yeah.
that's what I said. I think.
But taking off from what Pratik said, I think while Pratik's character Vishnu Shankar is little more like a common man and prefers to the limelight not to be on him, your character Murtaza, I think, has the swag. Any comments on that?
I guess that's the basic difference between how these agencies of different countries work.
Yeah.
Their idea and their ideologies of working. As far as that we know and whatever that we've read, raw, the way Indian intelligence agencies work with a lot of restraint. That's a different responsibility that you work with. Any which ways, all the agencies are working for their own country. Ultimately, they can kill to save the country. But at what extent and when do they take this extreme decision is on their ideology. So that's the stark difference between the ideologies of these two individuals.
That can be seen in the costumes also.
Yeah.
Clothes they wear, the kind of clothes we wear.
Frankly speaking, we underwent a lot of research. There was a lot of research done by the writing team. So I read through, Googled through, saw interviews, whatever possible, because you can't find real raw and these kinds of agents on interviews. But the functioning and the recruitment of ISI is completely different than how raw is recruiting the people. They have their army people who have served the nation, and amongst them they find out, and they already a person who is trained to a particular level, only then he is capable to join ISI. So the character had to be that way, because the process and functioning of ISI is completely different than RAW. And they are, the organization also, what we did the research, was 20 years older than RAW. So they were, recruited that in that manner, and they operate in a particular way. So whatever I could gather from the script and learn from the research, we try to portray that.